Welcome to week 6 of the Elestriad, where DistantCoder, representing A-List and the Wind Pantheon, is throwing down against ShadyPenguinn, representing Hephaestus and the Fire Pantheon. DistantCoder has a quest to go undefeated in the Elestriad, where Shady is fighting for one of those final few playoff spots as we round out the last few weeks of our epic tournament. This is going to be a doozy. If you didn't see the team breakdowns of the deck builders beforehand, check it out. But Shady is bringing a fire Eruption deck with Krakatuga, and we've got DistantCoder bringing a Turbo Pentaterror Wind deck. And I think that these two have a very interesting dynamic against each other, as if Shady's able to capitalize on the immense amount of spirits that ALS and Wind typically uses to get board state, he could potentially use those eruptions to get in his advantage. I know I said this in another clash already this week, but it really looks like this could be an opportunity for Shady to pop off some serious eruptions and make it happen. Show some love, hit that like button down below, let me know in the comments who you got, and let's dive into this clash because it is going to be a good one. All right, diving into this one, looks like ShadyPenguinn has the first play. He's going to set up back row. His beard is looking magnificent as always, very much so representing Hephaestus. It's a perfect fit for him, really. And he's going to kick it off with a Water Spear. Could this be the Small Tuga? No, it's going to be a Foamy. Very good Foamy play. One of DistantCoder's favorite Elestrals. Foamy, of course. This could be big if Coder has no removal. We know Coder's rocking a lot of it, though. Resting on your laurels, Earthquakes, things like that could most certainly dispose of this Foamy. At least the Earthquake can. He's going to put Shady in a situation where he's not going to have to deal with that Foamy right now, but rather an Astrabit is going to allow Coder to get through the top of his deck and try to find those cards that'll help him execute the strategy he's looking to do. That 5 defense body is going to be difficult for Shady to hang over, but I will say this. If you're running this Krakatuga deck, your goal, if you're Shady, is just stay in the clash as long as you can and try to force Coder to use those resources. Get him to burn those counter runes and use those spirits for it. Get him to try to do these various things. If you can do that, you put yourself in a powerful position. It looks like Shady's going big with the Krakatuga early. So I was kind of advocating for a little slow play style, but rather he's going to go big right out the gates with Krakatuga, and he's going to face down a poison-tipped arrow. And this is why sometimes you want to try to bait out those plays a little sooner before you go and deal with the poison-tipped arrows. But if you're Shady, you can still use Krakatuga's effect. You can still expend 2 fire here, hit for 3. You're going to force Coder to have to burn 3 spirits on that PTA. So you're able to deal quite a bit of damage here. So he is going to expend those 2 fire. He is going to hit Coder for 3 here. That's going to bring Coder down to 15 spirits. And then again, he's going to have to take 2 more from the poison-tipped arrow. So not a terrible exchange for Shady, but losing his Foamy there is so big, right? Because he had such great board presence, and he had an opportunity to maybe float that into something like a Sluggle later on. I think there was a really good opportunity there to maybe expend to draw or play a little slower there. I think when you're running the Krakatuga deck, you really do want to slow play and kind of just find the resources you need so you can make a big combo later on, because now he's facing down a very difficult situation. Pika sits the field. That's going to pop the back row for ShadyPenguinn. It's going to be his Gorgon's Gaze. No reason to use that. Astrabit's going to be able to go to attack position, and now it can fire down, and Shady goes down 2 spirits and has no back row. Nothing on the field. He's going to need a big play to come back in this. And again, if that Foamy was still there, it might have been able to cause some havoc for DistantCoder. But Shady's got plenty of cards in his hand. He's looking through his spirit deck. I'm sure he's got some plays to be made here. He's going to throw down a Water Spirit here. He's thinking, I'm curious what this is going to be. Is this an Ambrosia? It's going to be a Resting on Your Laurels. I love that. That's going to be an opportunity for him to either get rid of the Rabbit or the Pikas. I tend to think you take the Rabbit here. The reason why I take the Rabbit is because you can kind of navigate around the Pikas relatively well. The Rabbit, when it goes back to defense position, is going to be really difficult to deal with. So let's listen in on this.
For Rise from the Ashes.
What? Okay.
I'm just gonna try it, dude. It's the most expensive play in the world, but I'm gonna try it.
You know, sure. Yeah. Wow. Rise from the Ashes, man. Damn.
It has to be attack position, unfortunately.
W.
Let's then. Any response to the cast? Special cast.
You're good, bro. I'm shocked that's what's happening right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna activate Krakatuga to burn 2. We'll burn 3.
That leaves you on how many after I take 3 here?
I have like 6. I have 6, yeah.
6. I will take a Zaptor and 2 Lycaris question mark. No, I'll take 1 Lycaris. I'll take another Zaptor. We'll do that. So that leaves me on 4, 5, 6, 7,
9.
9.
Okay.
9 to your 6. Okay.
I'm gonna expend 1 to draw.
Okay, so after the Rise from the Ashes, getting out that Krakatuga again, really cool play there from Shady. He is going to expend to draw and try to fish out maybe some counter runes to potentially give him an opportunity to climb back and provide some defensive options here. And he's going to get the Ambrosia, which is going to give him 3 more spirits back, get him right back in this game. The one missing piece right now is those eruptions. Krakatuga is good. It's a great defensive wall, but without eruption, it's not nearly as good as it can be, because that is how you get the destruction. That is how you get the rune popping. That Ambrosia leads to a Nectar of the Gods. He may be able to fish out the cards he needs. This is going to come down to the wire. He is going big or going home on this one. That Krakatuga is sitting there, and it has an opportunity to take out the Pigas and gain complete field control. Does DistantCoder have an answer for that? Does he have a Shield of Achilles face down? What is his play? Shady opts to not attack, it seems, into the P-Gust, and rather we're going to see a Thunder Spirit hit the field and an Elechick. I'm very confused about the decision to not attack there. You had an opportunity to clear the P-Gust, and the worst case scenario that Coder can throw down in that back row is a Shield of Achilles, which would obviously bounce your Krakatuga back to hand, but it would be at a tremendous cost to Coder. It would be a 3 spirit cost there and bring him much lower, and then you're really only facing down a P-Gust. I guess I can understand the risk there, right? Like, if Krakatuga gets bounced back, you probably lose the game. But nonetheless, I feel like there might have been... You're already in a situation where you kind of have to go big or go home, so I think he probably would have been better off just attacking. I don't know what the face down rune is. I have no idea. But Shady makes a really cool play there. Gorgon's gazing the Elechick to prevent the Zeus pull or the Aeolus pull. And that's going to make it so the Elechick is not going to be able to attack over the Krakatuga. So Shady's going to put this Krakatuga into defense. He's going to go for another Eruption play here on the Krakatuga. And it's actually the Eruption this time, which means he gets to target and destroy one of Coder's cards and hit for 3, but it's going to bring him down to just 1 spirit. Shady has never needed the Ambrosia so badly as he does right now. This is very interesting because you're going to be able to hit Coder for 3 here, but you have no way to continue to dish out damage. You only have 1 spirit left. So if you're Shady, you're basically fishing at the top of your deck to try to find, you know, he's going to take out the P-Gust there too. I think I can understand that. I think that's a fair play. You're basically fishing at this point for an Ambrosia. You don't really have another play. You're basically looking for Ambrosia. And Coder's got a Wind Spirit, and it's going to be the Sorlet. This is exactly what he was looking for. Sorlet can change the position of the Krakatuga and allow him to attack directly. If Shady does not have a Tsunami face down, this one might just be over right now. Sorlet has an opportunity to attack and take out the Krakatuga. Does Shady have a Tsunami to stop this? This is so crazy close here. Let's listen in.
And I will get Tsunami. I'm ready. Look, they're already in defense.
I really wish it was Tsunami, bro. I can't. I didn't see any of the 3.
Oh my god.
Let me think though.
That's it. That's. I mean, so then the only other thing, technically, right? We don't have to rewind. I would just.
Yeah, I don't think there is another play here.
You would kill me. Well, I would give me 1 more turn, right? You'd kill me. You'd attack.
You'd have 1 more turn, but with 0 spirits in your spirit deck.
Yeah.
So that
and I draw
you have 0
Krakatuga.
playable cards.
Yep. You got a good game.
And that was a crazy finish right there as ShadyPenguinn's face down rune, Shield of Achilles, unable to do what he needs it to do there, and he's unable to stop the attack as he just ran a little too low on spirits there at the end. I gotta say, he went big or went home. He got that Krakatuga out early. He got that again with Rise from the Ashes, which is a very expensive play, and then he hit the Eruption there. Some feedback on that. I do want to kind of emphasize that I think if you're playing Krakatuga, and this is a deck that I've played a lot of, you really got to slow play it. I think that there was a world where if he doesn't ascend on that Foamy early game, maybe the Foamy floats into a Sluggle, right? And then maybe you can rise from the Sluggle, get those spirits back, and then ascend the Sluggle, right? Like, there's a few different things you can do, and that's a more optimal way to pilot the deck. In the context of Coder, it wasn't even that he really needed to do a whole lot there, right? Shady ended up kind of burning himself out by trying to push out so much burn damage, but not being able to execute a combo at the end, which can give him the field presence and the advantage he needed. So Coder moves to 6-0 in this one, and Shady's sitting at 3-3, but all hope is not lost for Shady, as if he wins his next week, he has a chance to make it into playoffs. It's going to be really close coming down to the wire. Be sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. This was a great one. I love seeing those Eruption aggro games. Super fun to watch there. Big props to Coder, of course. I can't wait to see him rip out 3 Viscerus next week. I'm sure it's coming eventually. And that's that for this week of the Elestriad. We'll see you soon.